stop talking. There's a ball coming. Look, I tried to warn you. I did. Alright, welcome back, you certified alpha males and females. We're back with football this week once again. It's episode 11. I was meant to do a thank you when we hit episode 10 because that's quite a significant number, but turns out I can't count, so here we are. Cheers all for the support. I mean, pretty much every episode of this has got like 100k views, which is downright disgraceful, honestly, and not what I expected. So once again, thank you so much for the support on the whole channel recently. Anyway, main issue. Premier League is over. The season's done. I literally don't know what to do to fulfill my life anymore. I guess it's time to go outside in the sun and talk to humans and stuff and chirp some girls here and there. No, James, stop. I said girls. James, please. Now, this episode of FTW contains some serious spoilers for Season 27 of the Premier League, so if you haven't seen it, look away now. In the final day title decider, City won the league. Yeah, there was no surprises. A 4-1 victory for City secured them the title. Liverpool won 2-0. We had some hope for about 30 seconds when Brighton took the lead through Glenn Murray, but that was dashed pretty much immediately. Wait, mate, have you heard? Have you heard? It's 1-0 to Brighton. Nah, surely not. This could be it. The years that I've been waiting to see Liverpool win a title. It might finally be over. Yeah, no, sorry, mate. It's already 4-1 City. How have they even done that? I don't... Yeah, they've turned it around pretty quickly. In the end, goals from Aguero, Laporte, Mahrez, and Gundogan were enough to turn it around, and fair play to City, man. They fully deserved it. I think both teams overall deserved to win the league, but at the end of the day, City scored more points. They were absolutely insane all season. It's just straight facts, isn't it? No, James, I know I said straight. For the love of God, man. City have won the league on 98 points. Liverpool have finished second on 97. And in the end, there's no real part of me that's suffering any crippling sadness about the issue. Not a single part of me that's suffering. A hero can save us. I'm not going. One of my favourite parts of the whole title race on the final day was Wolves fans creating fake rumours that Brighton had scored against City at Anfield. They were sat amongst the home fans just randomly cheering, pretending that Brighton had scored to make us think that we were going to win the title. It's beautiful. It's what being a football fan should be about, and I therefore honour every single Wolves fan in the country with a Towsery Award. Over at Old Trafford, we had some very questionable supporting from a United fan of Manchester City.
Can you see that behaviour? What is happening?
Like, come on, get a grip. I know you don't want Liverpool to win the league, but for crying out loud, a shirt with Aguero on. His name's actually Aguero. His name is actually Aguero. This man is a United fan, flew from Australia, and his name's actually Leonard Aguero. I even had to apologise to him on Twitter. I felt so bad. Meanwhile, back at City, Raheem Sterling was absolutely loving life with this tweet. Now, City players were given a prize by Brighton, like a present, which was a stick of rock for each player. Now, for those that don't know, rock is basically like a seaside sweet. It's kind of known on the south coast, and it's just a thing there. It's like a hard sweet that you sort of like suck on. But obviously, given pretty much none of the City players are from this area, they were all absolutely bamboozled. Gabriel Jesus looked as if he'd been given a stick of dynamite instead. No matter though, at least they can really get stuck into celebrating in the evening. Absolute limbs, raucous behaviour. I've genuinely seen more life in a nursery at nap time than I have at these celebrations. Not that that's somewhere that I attend on a regular basis. If my team had won the league, I'd be raving till about 7 AM the next morning. So obviously we know who's won the Premier League this year, but finding out who's going to take that final spot in the Premier League is something we're yet to discover. Though we do know our two playoff finalists. Aston Villa beat West Brom in the first semi-final. After drawing 2-2 on aggregate, it was Villa who were victorious on penalties. But the highlight for me was West Brom's mascot trying to get amongst proceedings. Now listen, this is it. This is your moment. You are one penalty shootout away from Wembley. Maintain focus. Keep your mind on the game. These could be the most important 2 minutes of your life. Sorry, boss. Sorry to interject. I was just wondering. I was asking for a pay rise last week and I haven't heard anything about it. Neil, now is not the time. Meanwhile, the semi-final between Leeds and Derby was dramatic to say the least. Having been 2-0 down on aggregate, Derby managed to pull the game back twice and then won it 4-3 on aggregate with a goal 5 minutes from time. I don't know what's going on in May, but football's on steroids at the moment. Now, Leeds versus Derby was the battle scene for the whole Spygate situation. Basically, Bielsa literally sent spies to watch Derby train. Frank Lampard had a massive rage about it. At least now we know what Bielsa was planning for. As you can see by my detailed diagram, if we concede here, here, and here, we will totally it. The Derby players and coaching staff were milking it, and I love it. Leeds came up with a chant after Spygate called "Stop Crying, Frank Lampard." The Derby players decided to chant it in the changing rooms after they won the game. The players even celebrated with a pair of binoculars to indicate spying after the game. Second housery winners are Derby County. This guy looks like Eden Hazard's younger brother, health and safety. Antoine Griezmann announced that he was leaving Atletico Madrid this week. Yeah, brilliant, great news or whatever, but the thing I'm most confused about is, why does he look like he's in the middle of filming a YouTube apology video?
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Gary Neville gives passionate must-watch. Okay, I don't know about that one, Sky Sports. Now, one thing I didn't mention last episode was the Europa League semi-finals. That's because I'd already recorded the episode. I'll mention it briefly now, but you'll all know Chelsea and Arsenal are obviously now in the final for that. It means it's an all-English Champions League final and all-English Europa League final, going along with an English Premier League champion, all-English Carabao Cup final, and FA Cup final. We are smashing it right now. However, this is the scene for something I like to now call ranting season. Arsenal and Chelsea have been allocated only 6,000 tickets for fans for the final, which is held in the capital of Azerbaijan, Baku. Now, I have no issue with choosing slightly out there and left field options for finals, but at least choose a stadium that fans can get to and one that can actually occupy a decent number of fans. It's a big stadium. There's only a really small portion of it available to the actual fans of the teams. The rest of it, I imagine, is political people and celebrities as per usual. On top of that, Henrik Mkhitaryan can't even go because there's political tension between Azerbaijan and Armenia. UEFA, sort it out. Now, still 0-0 this week can be described as the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh my sweet mother of... This is actually disgusting. I don't think you appreciate how disgraceful this skill is. He's genuinely sent him back to whatever tube station he used to get here. Now though, for the bad. He's not even tried. He's at this boy. There's no finesse at all. He's just obliterated him. The reactions are killing me as well. This guy fully flung himself to the floor. I can't be arsed. And meanwhile, for the ugly, this is the away section at the ground of Ukrainian side FC Inhulets Petrov. I'll be honest, I have seen better. Nothing to see here, just Premier League referee Mike Dean being a Tranmere Rovers ultra. Arturo Vidal posted this on Twitter this week. I don't understand. The tie is over. There's no third leg. You've lost to Liverpool.
You know who? On the launch pad again. And a cheeky fan or two.
League 2 is officially the best league in the world. Meanwhile, Barnsley's bus parade for promotion was attended by about 6 people, seemingly. Decent enough effort there, Willian, mate, but try and get it in the box next time. And finally, I don't know who gassed up this guy in South Africa, but... It's all well and good, but you've not got past anyone. There's literally no point for this skill move at all. It reminds me of when, like, your girlfriend would go and watch you at football when you were in, like, year 7. Not that that's something I can relate to. That, though, is it for football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed. This has been an enjoyable one. There's been so much stuff going on recently. It's like the football gods know that I need content, and they're just providing it by the gallonful. If you have enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It's at the official FNG on Twitter and Insta, but it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.